Okay.
I don't even know how we look. How do we look?
No.
Oh, we're not even. Oh, we're live.
Hello.
That happened fast.
Okay.
Hi. This time, I'm wearing the Beijing shirt.
Yay.
Lena's wearing a normal outfit.
Amy's favorite t-shirt. I'm so sad I didn't bring mine. We could have looked like a great
Oh, that would have been great.
two girls here.
How do I get?
Advertising for Beijing, of course.
We're trying to get everything going on here, guys. So
Make sure that it's
wait
all
1
working.
second. Why can't I get this live? Oh, open. No, not that one.
Well, I just learn every time I have to remember to put it on public instead of private.
Go to pop out chat. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, cool. Hi. So there's gonna be some fun things happening during this. Hi Becca. Hi Thandi. So
Hi.
Thandi lives in Changsha. Have you
Oh,
ever
in
been there?
Changsha, yes. You can check out one of my latest vlogs. I actually went to Changsha for a media event, but the media event was about Guizhou, which is another province. It was kind of weird, but it was in Changsha, so Changsha is a beautiful place, yeah.
Yeah, so she lives there with her husband and their little kid. They're from South Africa.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
South Africa.
And then Becca's in Texas. I know that for sure. Anyone else on here? I know the chat is a little bit delayed, so if you already commented, it might be showing up just a little bit late. But Lena and I are back together for the first time since China. Last time was
the Say Goodbye vlog. Was it in October? Or like November? Beginning of November?
At that mall.
That was the cilantro incident.
Booyah, Shanghai!
Yeah, booyah.
And they're just really quickly putting all the toppings in, and then all of a sudden, Lena goes, booyah. And they're like, eh? And they finish putting it on, and Lena's like, oh.
They're like, what is up with this crazy foreigner?
Yeah.
I just hate coriander. I can't take it.
We have some in my fridge.
We
eat a lot of it.
I'll eat out.
So, one thing that is going to happen on this live stream here is, of course, we will answer any questions that you guys have for Lena and I, as long as they're, if we want them, if they're appropriate.
Yeah.
Within reason.
There was one last time who asked me and Alicia to show our tits.
Oh, good. Yeah, that happened to me. Yep.
Yeah.
I got the trolls last time. I had two trolls, or maybe three.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them told me to strip. He just said strip, 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 over and over and over. I really appreciated it, but I was like, I'm going to have to block you. So, I'm actually going to be launching my Patreon page during the live stream. So that's going to happen around 6 o'clock. I'm getting the feeling the chat's very delayed right now. You can always send me a Snapchat too, if you like. Oh, nice.
Theodore.
Is that Trent?
Yes.
Hi, Trent.
What does that mean? I don't understand. I can't read the pinyin. You have to write the characters, or maybe tell us what it means. I think Tian Sheng.
So like,
I don't know.
Something that would.
Please tell us in English.
The
Thank
time
you
of
very
day?
much. I don't know.
Lena, did your friend ever get back to you?
My friend?
What? I don't have any friends.
I don't have. What are you talking about? Sorry, what friend? I don't know.
She did get dropped off here by a really nice follower.
Amazing follower. Because 2 weeks ago, I talked to Lauren, and she was busy during this weekend, so I had to find another place to stay, and this follower, he reached out, and then he took me to Yosemite National Park. We went on a road trip around Northern California. We went to Monterey and Santa Cruz.
You did? I love Santa Cruz.
We stayed in the middle of nowhere with a really nice pool. I got to swim a little bit. My thighs had the chance to see the sun for a sec or two.
Ooh.
When I took a picture, and then I put them away again. Because they got sunburned so fast. Oh my god. Yeah, so that was really awesome. And now I just came back. He actually showed me a little bit around San Francisco as well. We got some pizza, and then he put me off here. So I've been a super lucky bird.
That's awesome.
I need to put on my glasses. I can't see the character. I can't see it.
So where'd you go in San Francisco?
Hey,
we haven't even. She actually just got here, so we haven't even caught up. Matty. And
Maddie.
he's like, just call me Matt. I'm pretty sure in one of the chats he's like, just call me Maddie. No one can pronounce my real name. But I'm
What is your
positive-
real name? Please write it so I can pronounce it.
Yeah.
Yes, I did go to Yosemite. Yeah.
And Lisa watches your videos, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lisa's on my Facebook
These
too.
are some of
Nice
my
to see
these
you.
are some of my the people who
Hardcore.
always show up for the live streams.
Yes.
When you're in Canada, you said you
Taisa
ask
Visa.
your friend for a Changsha WeChat group for price.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I will ask again. That's true. He didn't get back to me. Sorry, I totally forgot about that. You know, when you're traveling, you're really busy and like your head is all over. You don't even know the days, the weekdays. I have no idea. Like,
What's your guess? What day of July is it?
Oh, it's Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were not so many people in around the small towns today.
They were all at work in the
That's
big,
true.
the big
And it's
cities.
the 10th because I knew I had to come here.
Oh, you knew. Oh, okay. Let's see. Costa Rican food you had the other day, Lauren, looked bomb. That was actually, so you are talking about my Snapchat. That's awesome that you follow me on there. My Snapchat, for you guys who want to know, is Lauren. Here, I'll put it in the chat.
You can put mine as well.
Lauren, don't ask questions. Lena's Snapchat. What is it?
Lena around
X.
Yeah.
Who's taking Lena around everywhere?
Like, what the heck?
Why she's like,
my name?
oh, Twitter H_. I'm like, oh my gosh.
No, that's because I made that before I got Lena around. That's the problem.
Okay.
And then I should change it, but I'm not really good with Twitter, and I usually don't use Twitter, so that's why.
I don't really use
Oh, Lisa, you're so cute. We love
we're
you too.
together.
Flower.
And Marcus, actually, it was Puerto Rican food, and it was really, really good. So Puerto Rican food is a lot of plantains. Are you familiar with plantains?
I have no idea what that is.
They look like bananas, but they taste different. They're not the same as banana, but they look really similar, and they like taste really similar, but not quite. But anyways, they do a lot of plantains, rice, beans, and like a bajillion kinds of meat. So it was really, really good food. Let's see. Will you read some Chinese for us?
Yeah, 天生丽质, born perfectly beautiful.
Oh,
You're always so cute. Thank you. It was always so nice. He met me in San Diego. He's the one who gave me my microphone with the dead cat on top.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the dead cat is a little thing that kind of protects your sound from the wind. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. I'm going to show her later.
Yep. She literally just got here,
Thank you very much.
We're still like catching up.
Basically like 10 minutes ago.
What's your favorite city in North America? Would you move there? So that's a hard question.
That's a really hard question. When he says North America,
so he's talking Canada, the U.S., I guess Mexico too. If you've been to Mexico, I've never been to Mexico still.
No, for me it would be San Francisco or Vancouver.
Yeah, I grew
You
up.
could have guessed that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. For me, it'd be San Francisco. There's a reason I live in Hayward, which is, not that far away from San Francisco.
Yeah. I love that it's a little bit outside. I also like that it's flat here. Because I wouldn't live in the city just because of the hills. I was just like, what? Like in Beijing, I love Beijing because it's flat.
It's so flat. It's so easy to bike around Beijing. It takes a while, but it's flat.
And there is never even any wind either. Like here is so windy. I really love the fresh air and the temperature here. But in Beijing, I just feel like it's because the mountains, like there's no wind around. Unless the sandstorm is around.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, we don't like that.
I got caught in the sandstorm while I was biking twice. And the first time it happened, I had never experienced my laptop screen is so broken. It's like really jiggly. It's like boom, boom, boom.
We're going to use my computer next time.
Yeah.
We should go on live stream before I leave again on mine as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we should do that.
What, maybe, I don't know what day.
In 2 days. We'll figure it out.
In a couple days.
Maybe
so stay tuned for another live stream.
Stay tuned.
Let's see. Hi, Mariah. Yay, you made it. I'm assuming you got off work very recently. Mm-hmm. She lives in Arizona. Ooh. Let's see.
I want to see Arizona next time.
Arizona's very, American. It's very, Wild West.
I've heard. Yeah. And I realized that I'm a big fan of cactuses.
It's cacti.
I want to go see it.
I used to, so cacti? There's a bunch of, I'll show you. We can look at some around here too. There's some really awesome cacti. I know this sounds super dumb, but there's some really awesome cacti that I walk by like every single day, and they have been flowering lately. So they have these huge, beautiful like white flowers, and other ones have yellow flowers, and they're really pretty.
I haven't seen that.
They're really awesome. Okay, so what, Becca? I call it poop chat. She's like walking dogs. Yep. My Snapchat is definitely poop chat because I'm like, I'm sorry.
I was like, what does she refer to?
Becca, I agree. That's hilarious because I'm always walking dogs.
Gotcha.
No, this I'm actually continuing with that summer camp that I did last week, so I'm going to continue for several more weeks.
You got
the teacher.
Tan.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, my arms are super tan right now.
Yeah.
So non-Chinese
that's
of
super
me.
Tan, yeah.
So tan.
Super tan for a Caucasian girl.
Yeah,
there we go.
definitely.
I've used my umbrella, so I don't have any color at all.
But I'm still doing the summer camp, which is why I haven't been Snapchatting as much, because I come home and I'm like, I feel like I just was like the mother to like 15 children for like 2 hours and I'm dead. I'm done. That's it. I can't anymore. They're too much.
So it's like, I'm over this. I just need to sleep.
I literally took a nap on the couch before you got here.
You did? Oh,
I was so tired. And then I sharpened pencils for like an hour. Anyways. Really fun times. That's why I haven't been Snapchatting, because my life's been a little boring today. I'll Snapchat my nap next time. So Trent,
Yeah.
Are Western people friendly / helpful? This is a question for you. Because of course I'd be like, I know lots of friendly, helpful Western people.
How are they similar, different from Seattle? What is MY?
What is MY?
I don't know. San Diego, San Francisco, and Montreal.
Missouri?
I don't know.
What's that?
Please let us know what you mean. Yes, I think over here in America, people are extremely helpful. Maybe, yeah. Extremely helpful and super friendly. I remember when I was in Seattle, they looked me straight in the eyes when I walked on the street.
In Seattle?
And they smiled.
Yeah, I grew up
like,
north of Seattle, between Seattle and Vancouver.
Yeah.
We lived like kind of equal distance from both on an island. And people like always make eye contact and smile when you walk by each other. So I grew up doing that. Yeah. And then I moved to a bigger city and people were like...
They're like, what is your problem?
And then when I came back from China, I moved to my small town. And someone literally walked down the street. I was in the backyard. And he goes, "Good morning, neighbor." And I like almost pooped my pants. I was so freaked out. I was like, why are you talking to me? Oh, stop. Why are you so smiley? I think when I first got back from China, I wasn't as like smiley.
Yeah, Chinese people don't smile randomly to each other.
In Ireland too. So when I lived in Ireland, there wasn't as much like smiling, like just for no reason. It's very American to smile for no reason.
It is. But then you go to New York and everyone is just like rushing. Oh. But still, in New York, I had my 2 suitcases in the metro, the subway, and this girl, she actually asked if she should help me, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. Yeah, that doesn't randomly happen in China, Denmark, no. Not what I've experienced anyway. So yeah, I think overall people are so friendly here. Also my followers, you guys that I've met on the road, and people that like Lauren and like Alicia in San Diego, like I met 1 or 2 or 3 times somewhere far away, and then when I come here, it's just like we're back, like we've been with each other all of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there is no difference. I just think that's so amazing. Everyone is so, like, they really want to take me around and show me their city, and it's really awesome. Yeah, I really, really like that. And it's good service here as well. I still don't really understand the tipping thing. I'm quite against that. I would rather just that they put up the wages so people could just get like a good salary. Because I feel sometimes they kiss us a little too much, but
yeah, I think so too. And then and it's hard to know. It actually is like kind of an unspoken rule. So it's not required that you tip, but it's heavily suggested. Like it's culturally weird if you don't. So but then where does that extend to? Like, so the other day I took an Uber. And, like, am I supposed to tip my Uber driver?
I didn't tip.
He was
nice, though. He's a follower now on YouTube.
Oh, so. That's great.
He sent me a message on Instagram. That was really
awesome. You guys, I have to tell you the story about our Uber driver. Oh, my gosh. If you guys saw my Snapchat, you saw, like, a little glimpse of it. I'd had, like, a lot of beer by then. So I was like, I need to hold on for my life in this moment. So basically, we get in the car. And it's a full moon. I need to start it out by explaining that. It was a full moon. And this lady is like, she's very old and she has like saggy arms and everything. Yeah. And then she has like a clubbing outfit on. Like she has like bleached hair and lipstick and like a short skirt and like a tiger print top and like it's, sleeveless. Wow. And I'm like, where are you going? But she's just driving around in her giant car. And there's 6 of us in this car. So it's like me, my husband, and then 2 other couples. And then the driver. And so I get in and I'm like, she has an iPhone and an iPad right next to each other on the dashboard. And so we all get in and Eric's like, you have a little one and the big one. Which one do you use? And she pretended that she didn't hear him. And she just didn't answer. And then she went on her iPad. No, she was on her iPhone. And I don't know which one she's on. And she literally opens up the Find My iPhone app. She's got an iPhone, an iPad, and she's looking for another one. I'm like, so my friend and I, as soon as she opened the Find My iPhone app, we just like held our mouths and like were crying because we were trying not to laugh. Like we were trying not to offend her, but what on earth, lady? Why do you have like so many iPads and iPhones? But you're an Uber driver. I don't get it.
Maybe she's like one of those people who just has a lot of time, but they don't. Like, they have enough money, they just, like driving.
She did say that her son makes $10,000 a month cutting hair.
Oh, well. Okay.
So, yeah. But anyways, that was my Uber driver. It was really great.
Yeah. So. We have, Marcus here. He asked us, did you guys have any favorite districts or places in Beijing?
Sanlitun. I used to like Sanlitun.
Yeah.
I heard it's all gone. Is it all bricked up?
No, it's not. It's like... The one side of the street, of this bar street, was like really ugly and a lot of illegal businesses was going on.
Oh, yeah. Like the Mojito Man?
Mojito Man disappeared, yeah.
I had the worst food poisoning after I had mojitos from the Mojito Man. Like, the worst. I will not go into
outdoor bar. Like, well, not even a bar. It was just like a small...
It's a stand.
Yeah. And you just grab like super cheap mojitos and then you feel really
disgusting. I think they were like 10 kwai each or something.
Yeah, like a little bit more than $1. Yeah,
it was
$2. It was ridiculous.
It was bad. The next day was bad.
Mojito Man was interesting. It was good music though. But
anyway, so
I'm not a party person. So I quite like places that's a little bit different, I guess. I really love the place where I'm staying at, so that's like the outskirts of Chaoyang, and it's touching Chungzhou. That's like the border between those two. So the
Chaoyang's so big, I'm like, it could be any of these.
It could be anywhere, but
I lived in Chaoyang too.
Yeah, that's true. So it was like line 1, and then the extension of line 1, called Batong line, and then a few stops out there. If you go further out, you get out to Chungzhou. I'm actually thinking about moving there because it's not like, woo, party. It's more like, it's newly built, so they do still have like shopping malls and stuff, but it's also more calm out there.
Yeah.
Less people. There is still a subway station, a lot of them actually. And it's more chill and much cheaper. But if you want to go somewhere cool, Sanlitun is like for party and like business
and
district. Shopping.
If you have a lot of money, you might have a lot of fun there.
International food, you can get crepes with Nutella. That's pretty nice.
Oh, and good breweries in Sanlitun also. Yeah. Like Slow Boat put their brewery in there recently, and Jing'e is my favorite.
Yes.
I love Jing'e.
So, but I would say if you're more for like a cultural, historical, kind of cute area, it's the Hutongs, of course.
Yeah, so like
Nanluo Guxiang is my favorite.
I love Nanluo Guxiang, and a lot of expats hate it. A lot of like people who live in Beijing like talk such bad things on it.
Because there are more chains there now, so people are like, oh, when it's changed, it's not really real. But I just think the chains, they make it so cute. Like, problem is there are a little too many people, but you just you go via the big street, and then you can always like go down the small ones. Yeah.
I like that area, and then I really like that area near Lama Temple. Those Hutongs.
Oh, with the Buddhist like vibe.
Yeah, I love
like Tibetan vibe.
Yeah. And then there's like all these other businesses that are a little more local. There's like a vegan place and some breweries and like some expat-owned places. And like some really expensive like boutique clothing stores for like minimalist people.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool people.
Yeah. I liked biking there because I could get there, like I could just bike there from my apartment. And I also went to Temple of Earth a lot. I went to Temple of Heaven twice, but I used to go to Temple of Earth, which is, because there's Temple of Earth, Temple of Heaven, and Temple of, I forgot the other one.
Something
Someone will know.
else.
And I used to go to Temple of Earth a couple times. Yeah, I went like a handful of times because it was really relaxing. So I think for me, that's the first place that comes to mind is Temple of Earth, just because it's really calming there. And I don't know, I think in Beijing, your favorite areas become the places that feel private to you. Like calm, quiet, private places.
I just like China, Beijing, coffee shops is like a new thing. And it's really becoming like, it's becoming really popular. And they're like, how to say, like coming... Like
popping up everywhere.
Thank you. They're popping up everywhere all the time, and the Chinese they really pay attention to the details when it comes to decor and like interior design. So I found this really cute cafe. I'm gonna do like a top 3 when I get back to China because I have
awesome.
like the flower one. Do you remember? I went to
the cat one
shop.
with you.
That was awesome too. Yes, that's true. But there's another one where it's like a flower shop and a coffee shop together, and they have 2 poodles. Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Okay, I definitely want to see that.
And there is another one where they start making lemonade out of like rose flowers, rose leaves.
I can't even visualize
so it's like
what on earth
purple
you're talking
or
about.
like red. Like it's super cool. I'm gonna make a video of that. I'm so excited.
You should. Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. No, Marcus, Mojito Man is not there anymore. But
I had like 1 sip and no more. That's probably best.
Yeah, you shouldn't go for that.
It was Halloween, so I was dressed like the poop emoji, and I was with. You were there too.
Yes.
Yeah, you were there. I can never remember Halloween. It's the hardest holiday for me to recollect on because before last year I was Kesha and. And we went to our friend's house and we met a ton of new people, a ton of our friends. Yeah. And I literally have continue to meet people from that party to this day, and they're like, you don't remember me, do you? And I was like, oh, no, we not from that party.
We were there with Rochelle.
Yeah,
from
Rochelle.
Adventures Around Asia.
And
she's a really cool blogger in Beijing as well.
And there were a couple non-bloggers, and then my husband, and then, oh my gosh, who else was there? I don't remember. But, yeah, anyways, you were a pineapple.
It was fun. Yeah.
And, okay, did we miss, there was one, okay, I'm sorry if we skip a couple questions. What's your favorite meal what's your, like, favorite meal?
Sushi.
Do you have one? Sushi.
I love
We'll
sushi.
have to get sushi delivery one day or go out to this place nearby because it's really good.
Oh, I'm excited about
We have a lot of really good sushi around
The pizza here, the one we just had, what was that called?
Pyology. I've never been there because it's expensive.
Is it?
It's usually in airports, I think.
Okay, yeah, so that was really
airports.
cool because, no, me neither.
It's too expensive.
I always starve in airports. So
I just buy like nuts. I bring like nuts.
I know, yeah, me too, or like dry bread, you said that.
Just dry bread, yeah.
A lot of crackers.
Oh, hi, Stephanie.
Yeah, so like the pizza from Pyology was really cool, and I liked the tacos, but they were not fan of me because I wanted them to not put cilantro in it.
We also have time.
Yes, I do not want the cilantro, so I ate it anyways, but I know that if it was minus the cilantro, it would have been even better.
Does cilantro taste like soap to you? Like soap?
No, that's jasmine tea.
Jasmine tea tastes like soap?
Yeah. I think so.
Maybe, like, growing up, your parents liked jasmine-scented soap or something. That's really interesting.
Oh, no.
Okay. And after leaving China, were Western sizes shocking?
Yeah, the food portions
they're
here
huge.
in America, they're huge. And I don't like that. The time. Yeah. I should have done it with my friend as well, because I hate leaving food. Wasting food, so I always bring it. But like last time we were in the hotel, the I don't know why, but the fridge was apparently very cold. So next morning I had put a cup of coffee in there to make it to cool down, and my pizza, everything was just ice. And I was like,
we like ice in America.
Yeah, I see that.
Do you like? Are you happy? There's a heavy availability of ice.
Yes, now? I'm so excited about the ice here.
Please, jabbing.
Freaking awesome! Like, if any of you guys have seen some of my vlogs, you know that in my dorm there is only the boiling hot water. Mm-hmm. I cannot find like normal temperature water. I have to go and buy it, and I'm sometimes a little bored. So
we used to go buy huge containers of water. And
Yeah.
one time I hauled,
So
when we lived in
exhausting.
Nanjing, I got 4 containers of water, and I carried them up 7 flights of stairs by myself, like
You did?
multiple times.
Oh my god. Okay, we do have an elevator.
How did I get, how on earth did I gain weight in China? That's like, I did so much walking and so much biking, like, that's how much I love Chinese food, you guys. It became a problem.
Yeah, so for me it's easy because I am not.
Now that you're back in America, it's
Yeah.
probably just like the temptation is so
let's
crazy.
let's be honest here. I'm not a
Yeah.
super fan of Chinese food. Yes, I love China. I'm totally a fan of China, but the food,
I
not
got
so
you on
much.
the food. Lena got you
Yeah.
on a lot of other things that I don't know anything about in China.
We can talk about so many other things.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get
So-
back to here. Marcus, he said the coffee shops. I remember going to one called Sue Coffee. I think it was Korean stuff, life-size animals.
Familiar,
just sitting there.
actually.
Me too.
Oh,
It's in that that name is so annoying. It's at the northern end of Chaoyang Park. In this big, fancy, small, open mall, like outdoor mall. What is the name?
Is it real? Do they have like a really fancy coffee shop in there that's like fancier than? Oh my god, this is gonna bother me.
Yeah, Caoying. It's called Caoying metro station. It's on
I must be
line
thinking of a different place.
14.
I wonder if there's. I don't know.
Anyways.
I did actually one time we went out to eat. I think it was in Nanjing. We ended up eating at this like pub place, and sorry, it's the mailman.
Hey,
Come here.
show us some love. Whoa, okay.
Yeah,
no
you can
joke.
go slow. Okay. One time I was eating dinner with Eric at this random like pub in Nanjing, and in the seat next to me was a giant stuffed animal. And so I made Eric take a picture of me with it, like sitting next to it. It's so awkward though, because I don't know, there's like really weird connotations in America with like big stuffed animals. I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. But anyways.
I remember in the man coffee shop, the Korean as well. Man cat. Yeah, when you buy
the
when you
feces coffee there.
Yeah. So when you order, they're gonna give you a stuffed animal, like a big teddy bear, and then you have to put it at your table, and then they're gonna come and like swap it with the food. I was like, what?
My gosh.
Teddy bear.
I'm sure this girl Stephanie, so she actually lives in Shanghai.
I think we have talked on WeChat, right, Stephanie?
Probably. She has a
think so.
podcast and a YouTube channel.
I didn't know.
And I'm sure she's seen Man Cat Coffee. I'm sure that's so popular in Shanghai. I would have to guess. Because it was in Nanjing, too. And Nanjing's not too far away from Shanghai.
True.
Let's see. Lena, is your sister joining you for any summer travel?
She's not coming to China again this summer. I'm going back to Denmark for 3 weeks, so she's gonna be around. I really, really want to do reaction videos for my Danish friends and family on like Chinese TV shows. So I've already asked Lauren.
I'm
to
so
do it.
excited for that.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Because I loved Fei Chang Rao, right? I loved Fei Chang. Yes, I used to watch Fei Chang Rao. I have no idea what's going on.
Chinese dating program.
I remember, like, that's why I know how to say it, 大家好, like, so, like, 大家好, and then they walk out, like, my name is, and I am this X age, and, I like, and sometimes they'd have foreigners on that show, that I even could tell they spoke the worst Chinese ever.
That's on
and
my
those
show,
are the best
too.
episodes.
You're going to see that, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I have a few she's going to react to, because I already let some of my other friends react as well. You guys, if any of you watch my videos, you know Alicia from San Diego. She also reacted. Another friend in New York, and then Evelyn in Montreal, Culture Eat. You should check her out as well.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I love
Evelyn. She's really awesome.
Amazing.
I feel like
awesome.
I know her from being online and like chatting with her a lot. We both did Travel Talk Tuesday for a while.
Oh, you did?
Which is probably going to come
talked
back.
about that,
Travel Talk Tuesday will probably come back. It's a
Maybe
lot of
I
people
should
got
join on
really
that one.
busy. You should.
Yeah.
A lot of people got really busy
make our
and
own
it just kind of like fizzled out. But we'll probably be back.
We'll try.
Let's see, Stephanie. I love Man Cat.
Yeah.
I knew you would know about it. Marcus, I'm a vegan. I lived in Beijing. Oh, okay. I have a video. Maybe you've seen it. It's about vegan restaurants in Beijing. And there was this one Buddhist restaurant that Eric and I went to like 3 different times. And it was some of the best Chinese food
you loved it so
ever.
much. Yeah,
Oh my gosh. It was so good.
Like, for me,
But
honestly
it's
speaking,
not that easy, really, overall.
No, I was just about to say, I have no idea how people in general survive as a vegan outside of, like, California. But
it's
going
so easy to be vegan
China,
here.
yeah, but,
Yeah.
like, going to China, being a vegan, like, vegetarian, okay, but vegan?
Yeah,
Woo!
try not to get any even, like, trace of meat.
Yeah.
Even, like, like, a lot of vegetarian foods in China are cooked in a meat product because it's, like, a leftover
chicken
bone or
soup
something that
or
used to flavor the
something.
tofu.
Yes.
Yeah.
And egg is everywhere. So I would say if you want to go to Beijing and you're going to stay there for a longer time, I would just encourage you to cook on your own.
Yeah.
That's definitely the best. Because you can buy a lot of vegetables.
Becca, thanks for the reminder.
Oh, we have this.
Okay. So that's a really good question, Lee. I definitely want to answer that because I've got some really funny stories. But first I want to launch my Patreon page because it is 6 o'clock right now, which is the time I said it was going to launch at. I'm so excited, and sorry, this is like probably really trippy to you guys right now.
Maybe you should tell them, have you explained what Patreon is?
Patreon.
Because I didn't know.
I am not prepared for this.
You should check out my Patreon too, Lena.
Yeah. So here's my Patreon page that is not launched yet, and I haven't said a thank you message, you guys. So if you do become a patron with me on Patreon, and I'll explain what that is in just a second here, I am going to send you a personal thank you message. As long as I hope so. I mean, I hope I have access to that kind of information to send you a thank you message. But
yeah, you do. You get the email.
Good. Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
We can spam you guys.
Okay, good. Because I'd rather send personalized thank you messages than one
letters.
group one. But yeah, so I am going to launch this right now so that you guys can go on Patreon and check out the page. If you want to support me, thank you so much. That is such an awesome thing because what I'm trying to do is do this full time. So Lena and I are both getting online businesses going. Yeah. So Lena Around, Lauren Without Fear, these are two online brands that we are each growing and turning into a business. So Patreon basically enables us to get this going into a business. And then eventually, personally, my hope is, like, I felt so weird about Patreon for so long because I don't want people to, like, God. I don't, whatever. I felt weird about it, okay? So I don't want to be, like, sustained by Patreon forever. That's not what I want.
It's a startup thing.
It would help me to get to that point quicker where I can, sorry, my dog, where I can quit everything else and do YouTube and, like, my blog full time. So I'm actually not crazy far away from it. And if I get a lot of support on Patreon, it might happen sooner rather than later. So let's hit launch right here. Okay. Share your page. Okay, guys, here's the Patreon link. It is patreon.com/laurenwithoutfear, of course. Okay, and I'm going to tweet it out. Why not?
What?
It's official.
It's happening now.
I tweeted it. So the link is on my Twitter, which is twitter.com/LaurenSansFear. SANS, because I couldn't get.
Oh.
It's too long. Lauren Without Fear is too long.
It's too long.
Apparently. Okay,
what
done.
Is sans?
Sans means without in like a Latin or French or whatever. Like in stuff. Like sans serif fonts, you know, serif and sans serif.
No.
I feel so I can't see the chat right now, and neither of us can, so I feel so disconnected from you guys. Okay, let's see if this is launched. Yes.
It wants to play.
Patreon.com/LaurenWithoutFear. Also, you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can see all my tabs right now. Here, let's see. Oh, we're too close. This is uncomfortably close.
Yeah.
Okay. This is so weird looking for people, probably. Okay, so there we go. Back to normal. I'm going to get this chat open. Here we go. That's the Patreon page. I did it. I launched my Patreon.
Wait a second,
yeah, and if you guys don't know kind of what my business idea is on here, go to patreon.com/LaurenWithoutFear, and I've got a whole video on there that describes in 1 minute what I do here on YouTube, what my goal is, and then also I have a longer description on Patreon too if you're still curious. And you can always email me at laurenwithoutfear@gmail.com. Someone just gave me money on what? What is this? What is
Super Chat?
Super Chat?
Yes, he gave you $5.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I've never gotten a Super Chat before. Thank you. What is it? CDFX? Thank you so much. That's so
awesome.
nice. That's my
Yay.
first. You're the first person to ever donate any kind of money
I
to
thought
me.
you had set it up because I'm still working.
Oh,
on
I did
figuring out how to
enable
set
it. I just clicked a button that enabled it. I'm
Oh.
like, if people want to give me money, I guess
She's
that's
so
cool.
tech.
Thank you.
I need your help. Hello to Grace
Thank
as
you.
well.
Oh yeah. Okay. So let's read the chat because this is my favorite part.
Go back
Let's-
a little bit.
This is my favorite part of live streaming is being
yeah.
and chatting with you guys.
So-
Being quiet.
It means ice.
Oh.
So we just we have. Let me see.
Oh, like ice. Like kwai is like a
Yeah.
measurement of ice.
Yes.
Oh.
Björn, he says, I gotta say that I'm not a big fan of Beijing. Didn't like the
Aw.
vibe so much. Sorry for that. Kind of suffocating both figuratively and literally, but I love the expat community. There are so many great people.
And Bjorn, have you been to Shanghai? Because Shanghai is like a good compliment to
Yeah,
Beijing. It's
very
so different.
I've
That
actually
it's a
been
really
thinking
nice
about.
compliment.
I've actually been thinking about moving there at some point, but that's more for like all the entrepreneurs and like international community and whatnot. Like yeah, because I love Beijing, but I know that Shanghai is even more open. Like Beijing, the government is in Beijing, so it's
Right.
very intense
It
sometimes.
can feel policed really hard. It
Yeah.
can feel very policed.
Yeah.
And I'm not someone who's ever been really okay with that kind of idea. I'm like a pretty, I'm a pacifist. I'm a very peaceful person. So I don't like to see guns around me all the time, believe it or not, even though I'm
Too much
American.
security.
I've never shot a gun in my life. Have you ever shot a gun?
No, we were actually supposed to do it today, but then because I'm only a tourist, so I'm not allowed to.
Oh. So that makes sense then.
That makes sense.
That definitely makes sense.
It does.
Especially right now, people are going just crazy. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
Anyways.
not going to get into American politics
No,
in this.
no.
Woo,
So, Lee.
So, Lee, this is a fantastic question. I was actually just rewatching, and I know it's kind of weird to rewatch your own vlogs, but I wanted to reminisce on this. So,
Yeah.
I wanted to think about the time I went to Wangfujing Night Market.
Ooh.
And I went during the Chinese holiday, so it was really
Ooh,
crazy, but it was
that's
so much fun.
Yeah.
I actually loved it. And Eric and I loved like tasting different things along the way. And so I was eating cho tofu. I bet you know what that smells like. So cho tofu is stinky tofu, which is like fermented tofu. It smells like rotting garbage.
Yeah.
And I had always been afraid
With
to try it.
cilantro.
And yeah, it does have cilantro on it. And Eric, he finally like pressured me into tasting it. He's like, you've been talking about it. It's now or never.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So I'm standing there about to eat some cho tofu, and I'm like, Eric, you film. So I handed him my camera, and as soon as he put the camera on me, like two Waigoren like filming each other,
Yeah.
then everybody came over and was just like, what are they doing? And that video
is doing now.
it's
No
so
way.
funny because in that video you see tons of people taking pictures of me and trying to get in the shot, see what's happening. One person even went like this. They were like, like it was like, what are you eating? And you could like see all that in the video, and it's just so funny. So yeah, for me, yes, people 100%. I know for sure people have took a lot of pictures of me, which I found really strange, but because I do share my life online,
Yeah,
I don't really
mind
care
it.
that
I don't
much.
care. No, I don't
Like
care.
I take pictures
I just
of
like
myself.
this all the time.
The only thing is, it bothers me when they don't say anything. Like when I've been on the metro a couple times where in Beijing where I hear the camera click on someone's phone and I can see who it is, but they're trying to be sneaky, and I feel really weird about that. That's really creepy.
To me, it's when I'm tired as well. I'm like, oh, don't do it. You know, like if I'm fine, then I'm just like da 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 da. Hi. One of my videos where me and my sister last year, we went to Changbaishan in North China. They also went a little mental up there because it's kind of like really far out, and like it's a lot of tourists from the northern part. They're not that used to foreigners, so we said yes to one person, and suddenly we just had like a million coming towards us. Like,
that's the thing.
Take a picture.
And that can happen at like Tiananmen Square even, because any place, or like the Forbidden City, because anywhere there's Chinese tourists from a more rural area with less expats, you can have like a line waiting for you to take pictures.
Yeah.
And at
just
one
start
point,
taking money for it. Like I've been thinking about doing that before. Like
Eric joked about it.
Scan my WeChat.
Eric was joking with people around us in Chinese. He's like, "Oh no, 10 kwai."
Yeah.
And they were like, "What?" And he's like, "I'm just kidding." It was pretty funny. But the rural. I didn't even think of the rural areas. Like that was one time I walked into a room of kids, and I heard everyone had been just chatting. You know, kids just won't stop talking to each other and pushing and making noise. I walk in the room, and it's rural China. This is a small town. And I hear it goes from lots of chatting. I walk in, and they go,
Yeah.
I hear everyone take a breath in and just stare. And I felt so uncomfortable because there's a difference between having someone take your picture and feeling like a celebrity. You know?
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to close the door so Abe stops barking.
Yeah, he loves to look at people a little too much. Yeah, so there are definitely people who are going to take pictures of you if you look different, if you're not Asian looking. But it's not a problem. If you don't want them to take pictures, you should just say no. I actually just made a video about the 8 things you should know before you go to Beijing. So you can check that out if you're going to Beijing. You want to make sure you know everything. Yeah, I also made like a really cool checklist with like 10 things you should remember.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah, so check it out. Check it out.
Lena's been doing I haven't promoted your channel yet.
Promote me.
Lena has a YouTube channel. I'm sure all you guys. I hope most of you are subscribed, if not all of you. It's youtube.com/Lena Around.
Yes.
I will put that in the chat right now. youtube.com/Lena Around. Do I have to put I'll put the HTTPS. There you
So
go.
my main focus is China and everything concerning China, especially like how to get scholarships to go to Chinese universities, how to apply for Chinese university, a little bit, or maybe a lot about dating in China as well. And also traveling in China. So I'm trying, as we talked about before, we both want to make a business, like a sustainable business out of our YouTube. Yeah, because China is my passion, so why not use my knowledge to help you guys? So I'm trying to put out more services where I can advise. Like now I have like a service where it's like 1 hour, you pay a small amount of money, and you book a time, and then we talk like an hour on Skype, and you ask me whatever you want to know about China.
That's awesome.
Before
I know
you're going.
And I heard you were doing that, and that's such a good idea because while I was in China, I considered it, but I felt like I'm lacking the idea of wanting to learn the Chinese language. And so it's really cool that people have you as a resource to refer, I would refer people to you because I feel like I can talk to you about Beijing and about moving to China and about what it's like to not speak Chinese. That's something Thandi doesn't speak Chinese, and she her and I have some good conversations because I get it. I get like the general, not everything about her experience, but I have the like foreigner wife basically experience.
Yeah.
And also the need for like fast internet because I was trying to start this online business. This was my full-time job when I was in China. So that whole VPN situation was a little hairy for a little bit there, but so let's see. Becca, thank you so much. You're an official patron. I think you're probably the first. I haven't checked it yet because I'm so into this chat right now. But we'll look before we say goodbye. Which is we still got like almost 20 minutes, you guys. So don't get too sad. And CVFX, thanks. Love your style. Thanks for the money. What? Style. You're like the first person to ever donate money to me for this.
Awesome.
It's crazy. Yeah. That's so crazy.
Let's go.
I'll remember you forever. CDFX. Grace, I'm happy you finally made it too. You seem like maybe you're like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
Like you just got off work and you're like ran to the computer.
Sit down and chill and enjoy and talk to us and let us know if you have any questions
or anything you want us to cover.
Talk about.
Tree. I think it's curiosity, the staring habit. Yes. It's not.
We're different. It's nothing bad.
It's not malicious. It's not a bad thing.
No, they're
it's
just curious. They're just like, I've seen white people or like black people on the TV, and now one person is standing in front of me.
And the only little kids will take it to an extreme, like. There were some little kids in the neighborhood, and every time I would go home, they would point at me and yell, "White woman!"
Yeah.
And I was like, can you not? Like, if I was having a bad day, that just cut to the core. They're like, foreigner! Like, I'm already feeling like I don't fit in China, and that made it so hard. But after a while, I'm like, they're just curious. They're kids. Like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, so let's see. Thandi says, my husband jokes about charging for my son's pictures because they take pictures of him a lot. Yep, you could make some money on that.
You could make a lot of money.
You could put it away for his college fund.
Yeah.
Kid, we got you started while you were in China. Let's see.
That's so funny.
You must be a great teacher, Lauren. You inspire imagination, make me want to learn more. That's so nice. Thank you. I hope I'm a good teacher. To be honest, chemistry is like one of my worst subjects. I'm really bad at math. Like generally, I don't have like, I never latched on to math. I never cared.
You say 4, I write 5. That's how I usually explain my understanding of math.
And chemistry is kind of math heavy actually, and I don't know, I don't like it that much. But I'm trying to get the kids excited about it because some of them actually do like chemistry.
Oh.
So we're like blowing things up with, you know, they like explosions and they like slimy things. You know, they're weird. Gandhi's been a subscriber of yours since you were just over 1,000.
Thank you.
Oh,
for
that's
the support.
That's probably when like you and I were hanging out the most. Was when I remember when. No,
that was before. That was like 500, like 700 maybe.
When we were together,
I hit 1,000 at New Year's Eve, like exactly just before it turned 12.
I hit 1,000. I think I hit 1,000 in like February or something, or March, something like that. So, that's crazy.
That's because of you guys.
Yeah, you guys are crazy
you.
and
Love
awesome.
talking.
And I am. Let's see. So right now, let me just check my YouTube because, guys, we're real close to 3,000.
We're real close.
Real
so
close.
Spam your friends and be like,
oh yeah, spam them hard.
This. Sign
annoy
up.
them. No,
Sign up. Just annoy them.
Okay, we are 35
down.
people away, 35 subscribers away from 3,000. So that's going to happen like...
And I'm 5 down from hitting 3,400.
Whoa. Wait,
so
I thought you did already because I looked at your page and it was like 34.
95.
Oh, whatever.
900. 395, I think.
And then let me refresh Patreon too and see, because I know that we had one.
Yay!
Oh my God, you're so nice!
Oh my God,
stop it!
So nice.
Stop it! You guys are so nice. I can't
so
even with you. I don't even know. When I thought about Patreon, I would literally start like tearing up and getting emotional because I was like, why would anyone want to support me? Like. You know, like, I have believed in this for so long on my own that I don't, like, need that support from other people, but the reality is I do. Like, I think I don't need it, but I do need it. So it's really hard to ask for help. It's really hard. But it makes me feel so, like, loved and supported. You know? And I hope I can help other people later on. Like, that would be amazing. Anyways,
okay.
So emotional.
Any province in China you haven't visited but really want to? I'd love to visit Xinjiang as it looks so different. I actually want to visit Xinjiang too, Marcus, and I might go in October with my friend. September, October. Yeah, it's kind of like still not 100% settled. I might only go to like west, but not like that west. It's northwestern China where a lot of the Muslim Chinese people live. It's really cool. Almost like Middle East, just in Chinese. So yeah, I would love to go there too. Might go, but also I would love to go to Tibet. Of course.
I want to go to Tibet so bad. Eric actually wasn't, through his program, he wasn't allowed to go to Tibet. Oh, really? Like, I could have gone because I wasn't a student there, but he wasn't allowed to. Technically, he probably could have gone. It wouldn't have been a big deal, but technically he wasn't allowed. Which I found kind of funny because he's allowed to go to Cambodia, which is not like the most stable country.
No, I think it's more because of the political tensions and.
Because it's a China thing. It's really complicated.
China, but not really. Let's not talk about that.
It's so complicated.
It's so complicated. I don't have enough.
I don't know enough about it to really talk knowledge. Yeah. No. So Grace is originally from China, but adopted by an American family. So I've been in America my whole life. That's awesome. Where in America? Like, what state did you grow up in, and have you lived in? She found channel maybe 3 months ago. Got my interests. That's awesome. Cool. Thank you so much, Grace. That's really nice.
One of these things is my interest.
And Marcus is.
Oh, Grace, you're so nice.
Yeah, I assume that's really nice. I don't know. I don't know who it's for, but
she's saying you.
It's for both of us. Thank you, Grace.
I'll take it as well. Thank you very much.
I feel like when one of the hardest things is getting used to like people complimenting.
I know.
You want to share your life, but you want people to just like not say anything in a weird way.
Yeah. It's not common in Denmark to compliment in general. Like when like after coming to America, I was like, wow, people are so nice here, you know, and they compliment each other. And I also want to do it more because I feel like it's so important.
It's nice, yeah.
But it's just I don't know, maybe it's just in my circle in Denmark, but it's just not something we do often. Like you wear something nice or what you do is awesome. It's more like people like, oh wow, you went to China, you know, but they never say, oh, you're so freaking cool, you went to China. Like it's not a compliment to me. It's more like, whoa, you did it. You know?
Yeah.
Different. Anyway,
that's so funny. I feel like growing up, it was like, let's learn how to compliment people more often. Yeah. So it's like, wow, you look so nice today. But
so important.
Now the new conversation in America is about complimenting girls with things other than you look pretty or cute or beautiful. Is like, you're smart, you're brave, you're funny, like, you know, whatever. Yeah. So it's so funny how that dialogue is always changing. But we definitely like I think when I don't know, I don't compliment people enough, but
I should do
sometimes
too. But it's really nice to receive. Like it very often makes me uncomfortable, you know, like in a good way. But I'm like, oh, I don't know what to say.
Like, okay, thank you.
Why do you think I'm nice?
And like all of a sudden, I want to make myself look really ugly and be like, okay, bye. Let's see. So Marcus says, being biracial, the Chinese would constantly want the pictures and point. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and being biracial too, a lot of times they're just like, what are you?
Can I ask, biracial, what is that, like a mix of something?
So I mean mix of two races.
Yeah, okay.
So if you...
Can we ask what your mix of,
Marcus?
Yeah,
I'm curious.
I'm curious too.
Yeah.
And we are very happy to be reunited.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's really awesome. Nice. And literally we've been together for like an hour and a half.
I know. You guys got us
right away.
Immediately, right away.
Lena walked in the door. I'm like, get to work.
Live stream.
On the live stream.
Oh my God! I just realized because my dad's name is Life, so it almost sounds like live streaming. Like life is streaming.
You should do live streams.
I'll put him on one day. Lifey.
Grace, I'm growing up in Pennsylvania. Oh. That's awesome. I've never been to Pennsylvania, but Eric grew up in. He is so secretive about his identity. He grew up in a state near there. I'm sure you guys all know. Hopefully I'll be able to go back to China someday. I was born really close to Nanjing. I watched a lot of your videos about it. That's awesome. Thank you for watching my videos.
Is a beautiful place.
It is beautiful. I feel like I got to know Nanjing really well by just biking everywhere and not knowing. It was my introduction to China. Nanjing was the first city in all of Asia that I'd ever spent like more than a night in. So it was my introduction to Asia, introduction to China, and it was really nice through Nanjing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
A Nanjing video. You just look so nice, and I was like, oh, I want to talk to her. Oh my God, I remember I found you when we both had 200 subs.
We had 200?
Yes. That was in the summer. I found her like 2 or 3 days before August, and then I texted you, and you were like, "Yeah, let's meet up." And then we met up in Matt's. No, first the Summer Palace. Hit it off right away.
Yeah,
made a
Summer
video,
Palace.
And then you came to my friend Matt's apartment, and we made this video. Oh my God, it was so much fun.
Yeah, that was really fun.
I want to watch them.
I remember being like, there's actually YouTubers and bloggers here in Beijing. Yeah. Like Nanjing, I felt like Nanjing had nothing, which now I know Chris from Aussie.
Yeah.
Oh, what's Aussie on the road? I know, and he moved to Beijing.
Funny.
But what's funny is Chris and I probably ran into each other in Nanjing because we both frequented the same pub. Like Eric and I always went to this pub that we really liked. We like pubs. It's like my comfort zone. Like when I went to Ireland, first time abroad, I'm like pubs became like a comfort zone for me. And Eric grew up with a lot of people who like alcohol. Eric is mostly German, like ethnicity. So I'm like, that's why you drink so much, isn't it? And, like when he's like, didn't even know what German food really was, and I'm like describing it to him. I'm like, yeah, lots of bread and cheese and meat, but really a lot of cheese and meat, and and pretzels. And he was like, oh my gosh, this sounds perfect. Like I was talking about sauerkraut and like sausages, and I'm like, you are German, aren't you?
German. There we go.
Yep. We're all mixtures though. I'm like such a mutt of mutts. I'm just a lot of things. Let's see. So, do you have any plans to travel with your family and friends? Who were you talking to? I'm assuming I think he asked you. I don't know. Do you have any plans?
Do I have any
and
plans?
friends?
Oh yes, I do. Oh yes, I do. So I've been traveling around with my old friends and new friends the last 6 weeks, and
So crazy.
To be honest, Ling Ling is ready to go back to Beijing to chill. But
As soon as I saw you, I was like, I bet she's so ready to go back.
I'm
You seem
so ready.
You're like,
I'm tired.
I'm sure you're tired.
I'm tired, yeah. So it's gonna be a few very nice days, but I'm definitely ready to go back to Beijing. But I go back to Beijing for the next 3 days. I'm gonna hang out with my friend, and another friend from Denmark also came, so I might also meet up with her.
Cool.
And then my parents are coming to China.
That's so fun.
Ling Ling family.
Does that make you feel tired when you think about your parents coming?
I'm really excited about my parents coming, but I know my parents are very intense when it comes to traveling. Like, they're like,
say that.
out in the morning, 7 a.m., and then we're just gonna walk and walk and walk and walk and walk, and 3 cups of coffee later, we have been like walking all around Beijing in a day. Like, it's a lot of work, but I have already warned them about the heat in Beijing. So I've already warned them about the heat in Beijing. So I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be some walking and some sightseeing. I might do some vlogs. Are you guys interested in seeing some vlogs from Beijing? Because I would definitely do it if you want to. So that's gonna happen for 2 weeks. Then I'm gonna have like 2 days to chill again, and then I'm gonna fly back to Denmark to see my family again.
Whoa!
For 3 weeks. But I need to make some money.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, so that's what I need to do, and that's also, I really want to start my business. Like, as I said, I've slowly started it, but I haven't had many people coming to me about like advice for China yet. I feel like I should share it more, and we're probably gonna talk about it some more the next few days and figure out, Lauren, she's really smart when it comes to these kind of things.
Am I? I'm just figuring out as I go.
But it's good.
I used to work. I used to work for a startup in San Francisco, like a brand new company, and there were like 4 people working there or something.
Yeah.
And I came on to do social media, and literally everything was like, I don't, I'd ask, should we get into this? Do you know anything about it? Nope, I don't know anything. So it'd be my job to go in, learn how to do it, fix everything, like, everything in the back end with WordPress, everything on like all the social media, anything on YouTube. It was like, I had to figure out everything on my own, and I was like, oh, I can do that. I can just learn whatever I want. Yeah. So I was like, oh, cool. So I'm pretty scrappy when it comes to like being online.
So you did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have like lots of ideas, and
we have a lot of ideas.
Just too many ideas.
We just need to, like, that's a cool thing when you meet another person who's doing the same thing as yourself, because we just, even though we don't really know what we're doing, but we have each other's support, so I can share my ideas with Lauren, and she's going to be like, well, I'm not 100% sure how to start it, but we can discuss it, and then I just feel more motivated, and she will also tell me, maybe this is not a great idea because this isn't that, and like help me modify or like, make the best out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for following me, Grace, as well. Grace, she said she would watch my videos.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
And for me, traveling with friends and family, honestly, since we just got back from China, like, I know it hasn't been just got back. It's been like months and months. But moving to the Bay Area is very expensive. So we are doing like little trips. Like you guys saw, we went to Tahoe. We want to go to Monterey soon because I've actually never been to Monterey.
Very nice.
And there's a lot of other places. There's like Point Reyes up that way. I know you were looking at going up there at one point. I'm sure you're too tired to do that now.
No idea.
And there's a lot of places in the Bay. Like it's a really good place to be for lots of little travel. So this summer for us is going to be like smaller travel. And then we are saving money so that we really want to do a trip to Europe. Eric and I want to do it before we have kids. We want to do a trip to Europe. So we better plan that soon.
Summertime. We have to come to Denmark.
Yeah, that'll be so fun. I definitely want to see Denmark, and Eric really wants to see Germany.
That's cool.
He's got like that.
And you can drive just up there. It's like so easy, or like a train. Like so my city is like 4 hours from Berlin. Yeah, so you can like Berlin and then just take the train up. I can pick you guys up.
Because I've been to the furthest like into Europe I've gone is like the Czech Republic. So I did like we drove through Germany, but it was like at night on a bus. Like an overnight
Doesn't
bus?
really count.
No, so I've only seen like Amsterdam and Prague. That's in like Edinburgh in Scotland, and then lots of Ireland, like a lot of Ireland. It's not that big of a country. I love
small.
Ireland. It's a small country with a big place in my heart. Okay, let's see if we can do some speed answers.
Yeah,
Speed answers.
we have a few.
Lena,
so...
what's the quirky thing about you?
I don't even know that word.
Quirky, like what's like something weird about you?
Weird about me.
Strange.
Even though I speak English all the time, I talk Danish in my sleep.
Really?
Yes.
So funny. That's so funny.
So if you hear anything tonight, don't worry. You won't understand it anyway.
Quirky about me. I mean, if you go watch my 10 weird things I do because of anxiety video, that'll tell you some real weird things about me. I look quirky. I cut my own hair. It's kind of strange.
That's strange, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of strange things about me, to be quite honest. And maybe we'll get into more of that on Patreon.
We'll figure that out later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next question. Have you been very far from the main center of Nanjing? I'm wondering how different it is from the main modern part. The thing is with like Chinese cities, it's very much like center, it's very modern, and then the further out you go, the less modern it gets.
Right. So it is outside of the center of Nanjing, less expats. But Nanjing is so, okay, so like the Nanjing South Railway Station and the Nanjing Airport are both really far outside Nanjing, and I went there all the time. Like, those were the two main hubs that I would travel out of to get away from Nanjing, like if I needed to go somewhere. And I would say, like, as you go further and further out in Nanjing, there's so much beautiful, open, like, grassy
it's
land
a beautiful
area.
province, like
it's
that area is
green
beautiful.
and like there's lots of like rapeseed growing, like the yellow flowers everywhere. It's so pretty.
It's really pretty.
I think it's like outside of Nanjing can get pretty rural, like just in the sense of like it's not very developed, and things are, it's developing from the center outward. So I think it'll grow for sure. They even have like an airport express line, and they built their airport so far away from the center of town that makes me think that they're gonna expand like crazy. Yeah.
Yes, and okay, I'm gonna do Beijing vlogs. I have 2 people saying yes to Beijing vlogs.
I want Beijing vlogs too.
Yay! You can read this one.
Always question. Thandi says, I feel your pain, Marcus. I think Chinese people always question if my son's, if you are your son's mom.
How do they look at us?
Oh, because, so she's black and her husband's white and their son is a mix. So they're like, wait, you're not.
Why?
No, he's too pale for you. But then her husband, he's like too dark for her husband.
No, I actually,
so
I've been thinking about this as well. Like, if I get married to a Chinese and I get like a Chinese look baby,
what on earth would your children look like?
Like in Denmark, they're gonna ask me, when did you adopt? Yeah. And in China, they're gonna be like, where did you steal the baby?
Yeah. Where did you steal the baby?
I have to bring like marriage picture, like wedding picture on my phone.
You're like,
everywhere
I married a Chinese man. At least you'll be able to say it in Chinese. Okay, so, oh my gosh, Donnie, they thought you were the nanny? That feels like mean in a way.
That's so bad.
I feel like that's
dumb.
I'd be annoyed.
I would too.
It's so funny because when I babysit, like I used to babysit really little kids, and so one time when I was like 17, I babysat this 4-month-old kid for like a week, and I used to push him around in the stroller to get him to fall asleep, and people would look at me and be like, oh, because I was 17, so they thought it was my baby.
Oh, like you were teen mom.
And so that made me feel like crap too. That's what it reminded me of. Are you learning Chinese? Lena pretty much knows Chinese.
Yeah, I speak Chinese. I do practice, but I take classes here and there. But
what a zhangwen bu hao.
Yeah, bu hao.
What a zhangwen bu hao.
Yes, bu hao.
Eric like would be like, that's not the right tone.
Yeah,
like every time I try to say something. Yeah, no one ever knows what I'm saying. Any Chinese snacks you miss, Lauren, or any Chinese snacks you love? Chinese snacks.
I'm a picky eater. Okay, let's just be honest here. I'm a picky eater, and I usually eat stuff that reminds me of home. So licorice is like very, very on top of my list. Theodore, he actually gave me 3 bags of licorice, but I already ate all of them. It's like 2 weeks ago.
We'll have to go to like Walmart or Target or something.
Yeah, we have to. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Target, by the way, Target and CVS.
I love
it.
I love Target.
It.
Chinese snacks. I That's what I used to call you when I first met you. I said Lena. Remember I called you Lena? I'm like Lena because usually in America it's like Lena. I think it's not usually Lena, but okay.
No.
Whew, wow. Okay, I think we gotta cut the questions off after Grace because we're
stop asking questions.
Stop
we love it, but we're never gonna finish
like,
here.
Okay, Chinese snacks. I love the street food. Really is what I miss, and like people who roast nuts. Have you seen like the roasted nut stands?
They're good.
And the yams that you can get that are over charcoal.
What? No.
Anyways.
Oh, is it like the it looks like a potato, like really big and sweet?
It's a big purple potato.
That's true. I actually like those, but they're not common in Beijing anymore because the government is all about like cutting down on street vendors. So there are not many of those anymore. I really like the
I like
dried fruit.
Oh yeah, dried fruit. Okay, we got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Anyways.
Flavored water, my dong.
I don't know. I've never heard about my dong. You have to send me a picture on the WeChat, Lena Round. I'm not sure.
Yeah, send me a picture of my dong.
I want to know what that is.
CDFX, I plan on visiting Shenzhen. How did the two of you mentally get over the no toilet paper soap status amongst restaurant
Always bring your own toilet. A restaurant.
So some people actually carry their own chopsticks.
Yeah.
And sometimes what I do is I'll put some hand sanitizer on a napkin and I'll rub it on the chopstick if it looks particularly bad.
So I
you
don't
know those
think
wooden ones, right? Like those wooden. I mean, to be honest, it's really me doing that for Eric because I'm really gross and I don't really care that much.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm really disgusting.
That's
okay,
me too.
So
that's why I work so well in China.
I'm sure you watch Laowa 86. He's in Shenzhen, isn't he?
Yes, he's in Shenzhen.
Or he's nearby somewhere.
No, he's in Huizhou, a small city outside, but Serpentzi.
Oh, and there's a girl in Shenzhen too. There's some girl
Where's
online.
Poppy and Travel Light? They're all in Shenzhen. So check them out if you want to see what's going on in Shenzhen.
No toilet paper. I brought my own tissues and I brought hand sanitizer everywhere. What names would each of you choose for a boy or a girl baby?
I don't know. Well, I told him Eileen because it sounds like Eileen. So my baby could have a girl, like a Chinese name. But if people can't pronounce it, I would say, it's just like Eileen, but it's just a G in the end, Eileen.
A name that I always loved growing up was Olivia because I love the nickname Olive and Liv. I love both of those.
Cute, yeah.
Eric hates it, so we're never going to name our baby Olivia. And it's also like #1 top name in the U.S.
Name
now.
a rabbit or something.
So we'll get like a cat named Olivia or something. But other than that, to be honest, it flip-flops so much. Like a boy's name I really like, but I hate with my last name is Jude. Because of the song Hey Jude and like Across the Universe. Like I love that movie. I love the name Jude and everyone always makes fun of me for it. And then if you say Jude Brown, oh my gosh, it sounds like a farmer. No, I'm sorry. This is going to be like an urban child. Another cat. I gotta get a lot of cats.
I have a million cats.
Do you have a boy's name?
So I like the Chinese name Ming, M-I-N-G, but it's hard to find something similar in English. So if my husband is that's an ex-boyfriend name. No, never.
Or a cat.
Another cat.
Yeah, I think we're still a little too far away from having kids.
We'll figure it out.
And
my Laura bars. Thank you, Becca. That's true. You didn't eat my Laura bars, did you?
No, I didn't. They're in the closet.
Thank you. I bought some Laura bars, and they came to Lauren, and she has been taking care of them for 2 weeks.
Panda Express is disgusting.
Yeah, because Tiny too. That's my friend. Tiny, he is. Yeah.
I've always hated Panda Express.
I was scared what he would ask me because he said he would come and bully me on the live stream. So I'm happy.
Panda Express. Their vegetables are undercooked and their meat is overcooked.
I felt like it just tasted a lot like Chinese food. So I like the fortune cookies though.
Oh, the fortune cookies are actually
and the
really
Diet
good.
Coke. No.
Their rice is on point. Not really.
No, it's okay. I like the branding.
School in China. Do you have videos on that?
I have videos on university. You can check out. Like last year, I studied university in China, and I did a lot of vlogging from September, October. So that's basically all about my experience with like starting university. I also started making videos about how to apply for a university and scholarship, and I'm gonna put out more videos on that. So yeah, check them out. Lena
Cool.
Rose.
So more videos. If she subscribes, then she'll see more videos.
You
later
can
on, too.
see, yes, I've
Cool.
made stuff in it. You can easily find them. Yeah.
Marcus Jianbing. I love Jianbing.
Jianbing.
It's so oily though, so I try
Jianbing
not
too.
to eat it too much because it's very oily.
Yeah, I eat
you should
it
see
when
they take that oil and they go all over the thing, and then they oh, it's a lot of oil.
Greasy, yeah.
But there was a particular lady that we used to get Jianbing from in Nanjing, and I showed it in a vlog when I went back to Nanjing, and the Jianbing Cow Roe there is like ridiculously good. It was I think is the first Jianbing I ever had, and it's still my favorite one that I've ever had.
Yeah, they have some different versions. I remember in Kunming some different ones we had, like instead of McDonald's after partying. Then it was really delicious. Also,
I love McDonald's.
Also the first Beijing vlog from last year in July, when I got stuck in the middle with the rain. I don't know if you saw that one. I was stuck in the middle of Beijing, and it was raining like crazy, and I couldn't do anything. So in the end, I found a Jianbing guy. I was so excited.
Yeah, Jianbing.
It saved me.
When we were leaving KTV, there was a Jianbing stand that we all stopped at because we were really hungry.
That's right. Yeah, we got that too.
Okay,
Anyways,
we have to. I'm actually hungry right now.
Yeah,
and
I brought a pizza for her.
Yes, and I need to go relax and also plan my lesson and sharpen more pencils. So I'm really stop, Thandi, stop making fun of me. It's never gonna happen. That's why I said it. Olivia and Jude. That's why I picked those. Like, oh, 2 cats named Olivia and Jude. Oh, that'd be so cute. Okay, that's probably happening someday.
We're gonna.
Okay,
see.
But I need to stop the live stream because we're getting delirious and it's time to go. And I really thank you so much. Especially shout out to CDFX. Thank you so much for your super chat donation. Thank you so much to Becca for becoming my first patron on Patreon. It's such a cool thing. And thank you, Lena, for being here on my channel.
Of course.
And we'll probably do a live stream in a couple days.
Yeah, we're going to figure it out. Probably Thursday.
I'll announce on Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook.
Follow me on Facebook as well, Lena Around. And on YouTube, Lena Around.
Yeah, I think, so if they go to your YouTube channel, all your links are at the top, and same with mine. So go follow us everywhere.
Spam us.
Okay, bye!